Hi everyone. Yeah, just come up from Stecoah Gap. Yeah, Jacob's Ladder. Yeah, that's a fun little jaunt. Man, that is just going up a pretty darn steep ridgeline, and yeah, I guess you could call them little switchbacks. But yeah, they're like 8-10 feet, and then up again, and then 8-10 feet, and then up again. It doesn't take a stupid amount of time to get up, but yeah, it's a calf workout, I'll tell you. Oh, I forgot to mention, Lonnie has about 3 minutes west of Wolf Creek. He's got a mobile home as well. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom mobile home. You know, it's not the Taj Mahal, but it's a perfect acceptable place. And it's fully self-contained. It's got a full kitchen, and a washer and dryer, free. So, one bedroom's got a king-size bed and an ensuite, and the other is a queen bed, and the bathroom is just through the wall from it. So, again, you know, that's accommodations for 4 other people. If you're in a group, what a great option. You know, you got a whole little mobile home to yourself. And again, it's across the lawn from another diner. This diner doesn't seem to be open for breakfast. Maybe in the summertime, maybe during, you know, like the peak hiker rush, maybe. But they're doing lunch and dinner. And it was, I didn't go inside, but the building itself looks nice. So yeah, that's another option. You know, a full mobile home. And again, $25 per person. You know, and if you're the only person in that room, you've got a queen-size bed or a king-size bed for $25 and free laundry. So, and I'm pretty sure he said he's got Wi-Fi there as well. You know, I totally forgot to mention at Locust Cove campsite. I had a really disconcerting moment there the other night. 2 o'clock in the morning, sub-freezing temperatures. I get woken up by a dog. A large sounding dog, that thing had some bass to it, barking its head off at my tent for about 20 minutes. It was very, very angry that I was there. And, you know, sub-freezing temperatures, and, you know, you're in your underwear and a t-shirt, and you got a silk nylon fabric between you and something that's really angry. Yeah, that was disconcerting. So it barked, like, you know, angrily for about 20 minutes, and then came up to the tent and circled it, like, right there. Like, nose pressed up against it, growling. And I mean growling. For about another 15 minutes. And I'm like, you know, as soon as I got the idea that this thing was coming towards the tent proper, man, I tucked my feet and my head in, away from the edges, and man, I just stayed dead silent. I didn't feel in the mood to antagonize it by yelling at it or, you know, smacking its snout away through the fabric. Because, you know, who knows if it's alone? Who knows if it's, you know... I mean, I would assume it's a wild dog. Because, you know, why else would you be out there at 2 o'clock in the morning in sub-freezing temperatures? Unless you were out there for a reason. I.e., hunting. Yeah, so that wasn't pleasant. And when I mentioned it to one of the nice ladies in the diner by Wolf Creek, she goes, "Oh yeah, there's wild dogs up there." Yeah, okay. So yeah, something to be aware of. You know, that there are angry dogs apparently roaming these hills. So, yeah, good times. And yeah, there's a lot of dog paw prints on the trail, and big ones, big prints. And yeah, I just assume, you know, it's locals taking their dogs out for a walk, or, you know, whatever. But yeah, the fact that there's wild dogs up there is a bit of a worry. I would definitely make sure you got your food squared away. You know, don't have food, especially like anything like meat protein, like jerky or anything like that. sitting loose in your tent. So I think that would have been the difference of that thing trying to bite its way through. Because you know, why else would it be messing with me? It was hungry and it was on the prowl. So yeah. So yeah, I'm here up the top of Jacob's Ladder. The rest of the trail from here, you know, it's got to be some ups and downs there, but nothing like this. That was yeah, that was fun. Just waiting to hear back from my wife, and we're trying to get our accommodations squared away for Friday. I'll talk to you later. You know how Gloria Estefan says the rhythm is going to get you? No, the leaves are going to get you. That is a serious decline. This camera's not doing justice, but yeah, the leaves are going to get you. They want to give you a magic carpet ride at every opportunity. And you know, honestly, on the trail so far, I would say that leaves are the #1 danger. It's like walking on multiple layers of wax paper. And, you know, they'll either try and take you off the side of a hill by themselves, or they'll be covering tree roots or rocks or... Yeah, leaves, man. They're evil and must be punished. Well, this is fairly indicative of the trail. You know, once you get over Jacob's Ladder, it's, you know, fairly like this. You know, some more ups and downs, but nothing as steep as that. But no, nice walk. There is still rain in the forecast, so I don't want to dilly-dally too much here. But yeah, it's a nice walk. Tons of leaves. It's a slippery path in places because of them. No kidding. But yeah, this is north of Jacob's Ladder. Not too bad. You know, this is a classic example of what I was talking about. Like, if these leaves or something took you off the trail. So that's, yeah, and the camera never does these things justice. It's very frustrating. But that's an incredibly steep drop-off. And then the only thing stopping you is like those two trees there. Now that is already, let's see, that's a good 50 feet down slope. And we're only here. You know, that's what's stopping you from going even further down the hill. And then you've got to somehow figure out how to climb up waxed paper getting back up here. And yeah, just another cautionary note, man. You don't want to come off these trails. We just got to this little rocky pinnacle here. That's the way I'm going. And I'll just come through there. And we actually have a view. Fairly clear today. And off in the distance, here, let me see if I can. Yeah, it's Fontana Lake. It's low, man. When Lottie drove me to Bryson City and you go by it, man, I'll say it's about easily 20 feet lower than its high water mark. Lovely, lovely day so far. We're at about 50 degrees. You're basically walking ridges for the most part once you get off Jacob's Ladder, and it's not too bad. Got a good rate of speed going, so yeah, very nice. Talk to you soon. Yeah, this is Cody Gap. Plenty of area here to do some stealth camping. And a great little fireplace set up. Good seating. Yeah, it's a nice little spot, this. I think I'll stop here and have a quick lunch and a drink and carry on. Okay, so this is about 15 minutes or so north of Cody Gap. That other nice campsite. Another great spot. You comfortably put about 4 or 5 tents here, easy. and my size, like 3-person tents. And then we're going back down there. Kiwi's a little out of breath because he's been going at a good rate. Hike so far, once you're done with Jacob's Ladder, is very similar to the easy walk coming up from Winding Stair Gap. Yeah, very, very nice walk, and you can consistently do about 3.5 miles an hour, I would say, throughout it. So yeah, really nice. Someone's been through here taking care of this tree. Created a little table, which I think is kind of neat. Now, look, call me crazy, but am I the only one seeing Stewie from Family Guy in this? Come on now. That's like nature's Stewie. Alright. Must continue on. This is just around the corner from Stewie. This is the first usable water source on the trail that I've come across today. And I've been on the trail, let's see, almost 4 hours. So, yeah, that's definitely scoopable. There's been some like areas where the water's just like seeping out of the hill, but nothing has been usable. So this is the first one. All right. Hey everyone, this is up the hill from Cable Gap Shelter. And there's Lake Fontana. And I guess you could kind of stealth camp here if you wanted. Yeah, that Cable Gap, that's I just took a still photo of it. There were a couple of older gentlemen there who are northbound through hikers, and yeah, I try not to impose myself with video. Want to make places with people, so I just took a still photo, but I'll include in the footage from today. But yeah, it's just it's tiny. It's a tiny little log cabin style, kind of like the Rufus Morgan shelter before you get down to the NOC on the south side. I don't think I'd want to put more than 4 people in it, and I wouldn't choose it as an overnight shelter. There's not a lot of overhang, and there's no table or anything like that. There's a little sort of fire pit, but more importantly, the water source there was almost non-existent. So yeah, Cable Gap Shelter, not a great place to spend the night. I'm pushing through to the Fontana Hilton, and heading down that way. Yeah, the climb out of Cable Gap. That's a climb. Makes you remember what hills feel like after the fairly cruisy day. To that point after Jacob's Ladder, that's for sure. But yeah, that's the view from up here. It's quite nice. I don't know how well the phone's really picking it up, but I'll catch up with you guys at Fontana Hilton. Hey, this is just down the trail from Walker Gap. On your descent down towards Fontana, you'll do a sharp right-hand turn, and there's a gap there, and then you come down a little ways, and there was a little stealth camp, but the water there was very, very still. This is actually moving, and this would be where I would get water if you really needed it. If you were, if you got here late at night and you weren't going to make Fontana. Yeah, this is much more water than it's at that little stealth site. So yeah, all right, catch you later. Well, there's a Fontana Dam. I mean, even though there's no leaves, there's so many trees in there, it's really hard to get a good view of it on the descent down. Especially trying to capture it on a camera on your phone doesn't help. But yeah, almost there. Should be, I don't know, another 45 minutes, I guess, to get down there. Alrighty. So that's a track. A little awkward, a little muddy. And then, that's what I mean by people just like sliding off. I mean, this isn't too well. Okay, there's some rocks there, but but yeah, man. Gotta respect the edges of these tracks. The leaves will lie to you. Alright, they create a false sense of where the edge is. And hey, I've seen way too many of these. Hey, do you know, here's another factor. Every time some person does this, because they're just going too fast and not being careful, you're eroding the track. Alright, you're eroding the track, so just settle down, navigate it, stop removing soil from an already, narrow track as it can be at times. But the track down here to the dam hasn't been too bad. As I'm getting closer, it's been getting a little steeper and a lot rockier. You're clambering over, these little boulder fields again, which is always cause for concern. I think of them as nature's wacky shack, where nothing's stable and you're sort of like wiggling along it and hoping for the best, But the most dangerous thing on the trail by far, as far as I'm concerned, are the leaves. The leaves are evil. They are covering deep crevices in between boulders, and you better be poking those things with a pole. You better be poking them, because I've heard of a few people putting their foot down onto these leaves and the foot just goes into a gap, and now you've just broken your ankle. I think of the leaves, I treat the leaves with an enormous amount of suspicion. I think of the leaves like, how everyone's met that one weird dog. That weird dog that's barking and growling at you, but its tail's wagging, and you're like, dude, make up your mind. Are you here for good or for evil, And for the most part, they make a pleasing sound when you're walking over them. And then they just try to ruin your day, And especially on the trails where it's kind of a shallow tube that you're walking in, because the water's run down them, and it's just created a tube effect. And the leaves just gather in there. I mean, they could be 5-6 inches deep. And you go walking through there, and I tell you, man, you better be shuffling. You better be shuffling, because you can guarantee that tube is absolutely riddled with tree roots. And the leaves are just providing a Teflon surface over these things. I mean, the amount of times in one day I've been walking and my foot shoots out in front of me, it's just ridiculous. Alright, I'll get back to you soon. So I just came from, that's on the asphalt road after you, mosquitoes, after you come off the descent, and that's where the sign is. It says you still got another 1.1 miles to go until it's sheltered, darn it. But yeah, you come through here, you got the Fontana crossing little building there, but you got to come all the way over here to see the white blazer to continue on. So yeah, just a heads up. Shouldn't be more than 15-20 minutes from the shelter at Fontana Dam. This gives you some idea of how low the level is. It's damn low. Far out. Oh baby. Oh, Fontana Hilton. Oh. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little miffed when I came down the descent across the asphalt road there by the, I guess it's a boat ramp. I just see a sign saying you've still got 1.1 miles to go before you get to the Fontana shelter. They have the audacity to make you walk up some hills too. That is pretty sweet. I don't know what these holes are for. Maybe they had some sort of pavilion over this at some point. That's the view. And let's see, 7 hours, 55 minutes from Stecoah Gap. That is not too bad. That is not too bad. That included about 20-minute conversation with the guys at Cable Gap. We have a trash receptacle and a rash receptacle. Power. Some of these are very dodgy looking. I don't know if I'll be able to use that, but we'll see. Oh yeah. Water. This isn't going to show much, but it's 2 levels, crawl levels. But yeah, nice. Very little graffiti. Whew. The Fontana Hilton. Papa Smurf, 1993. I guess they removed this at certain times. The other videos I've seen, this was open. But very nice. Very, very nice. I'm not sure if I'm going to set up inside or put my tent out. It's a little dark and gloomy in there with that cover on, to be honest. But we'll see. Fontana Hilton. So that's the shelter down there. You come up a path and they've got all these concrete pads as designated campsites. A lot of leaf removal to be done, but oh, that looks pretty sweet. And that should be the restroom. Yeah, that one's pretty good too. Yes, I guess these were like picnic table areas, and I've taken them out to allow people to put their tents here, which kind of makes more sense, really. Sweet. Man, women. There's something up there too. I'm going to pop up there. Alright, so this is what's at the top of those stairs. Definitely no camping at this point. But there is another concrete pad there. I think I may end up at one of those ones just on the other side of the restrooms there, because there's a water source as well, so... Yeah, that shelter with the slat on it was a little dark and gloomy, to be honest. Good, more water. Yeah, nice. This would be a nice place. Come up and have a picnic. Get your grill on. Nice views. Yeah, I'll catch up with you guys once I get my shelter set up for the night. Alright, we're inside the restroom at Fontana Dam. That's the door coming in. Oh, flushing toilets. Sinks with mirrors. Mirrors that haven't been graffitied. Unbelievable. But wait for it. A shower. Now, granted, I'm using that shower with my Crocs on, but awesome. And I believe it's a hot shower too, because it's solar powered. So how cool is that? I will be utilizing that today. Well, it's about 5:30. Got my water boiling for my ramen for the night, and I came across a beef flavored one, which I haven't tried yet. And you know, you get funny about these things. You don't want to buy 5 of them just to find out you hate it. They had one of these at the hostels, you know, just free up for grabs. So yeah, I'm trying that, see how that tastes. May switch it up from chicken, you know, living life on the edge. But you know, far out. You know, what a spot. Convenient picnic table. Trash can. And Lonnie's here! And the restroom and that hot shower felt so good. And the hot water was instantaneous. So, yeah, I'm just covered in pepperminty goodness at the moment. And that's where I'm camping for the night. How convenient. Awesome. All right, catch you guys later.